They tell us that family comes before everything. From the day we are born, we hear the same message again and again: family is forever. It is meant to protect us, guide us, and give us a sense of belonging. But for some people, that promise slowly turns into a source of pain. And when that happens, walking away can feel unthinkable, even when staying hurts more. Across the world, many adults are quietly stepping back from their families, not in anger, not in rebellion, but in silence. This experience is called family estrangement, and it is far more common than most people realize. From the outside, it often looks sudden. A child disappears. A sibling stops calling. People assume something dramatic must have happened. But the truth is rarely loud. It is slow, layered, and deeply personal. Estrangement almost never begins with one big fight. It begins with erosion, small moments that seem harmless on their own, a joke that stings, feelings that are brushed aside, boundaries that are ignored again and again. Over time, these moments stack up. They wear a person down, not through one deep wound, but through hundreds of shallow cuts. From the outside, everything can look normal. Family photos still get posted, holidays still happen, smiles still appear on cue. But inside, the body tells a different story. The phone ringing brings tension. Family visits require mental preparation. Parts of the self slowly disappear just to keep the peace. What others call normal family issues become a constant state of anxiety. This is why estrangement feels sudden only to those who are not living inside it. Like a volcano, pressure builds quietly for years. When it finally erupts, people point to the last argument and say, "This is why." But the real reason lies far deeper. The final moment is just the point where the weight becomes too heavy to carry anymore. Many people who distance themselves were placed into roles long before they had a choice. In unhealthy family systems, children are not free to be themselves. They are assigned parts to play. One becomes the perfect child, praised but controlled. Another becomes the problem, blamed for tension they did not create. Some learn to survive by staying invisible. Others grow up too fast, taking care of their parents' emotions while their own needs are ignored. These roles shape a person's entire sense of self. Love becomes something that must be earned. Silence becomes safety. Guilt becomes normal. And when someone finally steps out of their role, the family often reacts with anger or shame, not because the person is wrong, but because the system depended on them staying small. One of the deepest wounds in these families is emotional neglect. It leaves no clear memory, no single event to point to. It is defined by absence, comfort that never came, curiosity that was never shown, protection that was never offered. Growing up this way teaches a child that their inner world does not matter. As adults, these individuals often keep trying. They return, hoping this time will be different, hoping for one real conversation, one moment of understanding. But each visit ends the same way, empty, disappointed. Slowly, they realize that returning again and again is costing them their sense of self. Many stay far longer than they should because of trauma bonds and hope. Pain is mixed with rare moments of warmth. Hurt is followed by apology. Distance is followed by promises of change. The nervous system learns to confuse inconsistency with love. Hope becomes a trap, not because hope is wrong, but because it is placed on who the family could be, not who they consistently are. When someone finally creates distance, it is not punishment, it is protection. Sometimes that distance is small, fewer calls, shorter visits, safer topics. Sometimes it becomes complete silence, only after every other boundary has failed. No contact is rarely the first choice, it is the last one. With distance comes grief, a unique kind of grief. The person is still alive, yet unreachable. There is no goodbye, no closure, no shared understanding. You grieve not only the relationship you lost, but the one you never had, the parent you needed but never received, the family you hoped would change. And yet, alongside grief, something else appears: relief. The nervous system finally rests, the chaos quiets. Guilt often follows, but so does clarity. For the first time, life feels calmer. Estrangement is not the end of a story. For many, it is the beginning of one, a slow return to the self, learning what feels safe, discovering what you enjoy, building relationships based on choice, not obligation, creating a family through friendship, partnership, and mutual care. Walking away does not mean someone is cold or ungrateful. It means they stopped walking into pain just because they were told they had to. It means they chose healing over history. And while that choice is heavy, it is also deeply brave. You are allowed to grieve. You are allowed to grow. And you are allowed to build a life that feels safe, honest, and whole.